Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to completely dissect the anatomy of a true enterprise value creator by looking closely at the career blueprint of John McLaren. Now, we are talking about a real multidisciplinary unicorn here, someone who successfully bridges that massive, often intimidating gap between highly technical building infrastructure and executive-level financial value. I mean, we hear about sales engineers and business developers all the time, right? But it is incredibly rare to find someone whose expertise spans complex building automation, AI product operations, and MBA-level managerial economics all at once. So let's just dive right into this blueprint and see exactly what makes his approach tick.
To put things into perspective, ask yourself, what does it actually take to manage a 14 million square foot healthcare portfolio? Because that's not just about keeping the lights on. It's a massive, high-stakes puzzle. It takes incredible strategic foresight, resilience, and a real knack for optimizing millions of dollars in utility and operational costs. When John stepped into the role of program manager and healthcare infrastructure advisor for the multi-state Mercy portfolio, he was taking on exactly this level of immense coordination. Operating at this scale every single day requires a really rare blend of deep engineering knowledge and absolute financial fluency.
And this is exactly what makes John so unique. He has this uncanny ability to perfectly balance super complex technical solutions. We're talking building automation systems, Metasys, direct digital controls, fault detection, with the hard, measurable financial ROI that chief revenue officers and CFOs absolutely demand. You see, he doesn't just sell software or hardware. He literally translates those deep technical capabilities into a language the C-suite speaks fluently. Things like lifecycle cost, operational risk, capital planning, and energy performance.
Let's move on to Section 1. Measurable commercial impact, the results that matter.
Okay, so it's one thing to just manage a huge portfolio, but it's an entirely different ballgame to actively expand it to a staggering $37.4 million. While at Bernhardt, John managed a massive multi-site healthcare program scope that spanned over 40 hospitals. And he didn't just maintain the status quo. He actually took a $20 million annual portfolio and blew it up within a broader $100 million energy stewardship program. How did he do it? By aligning finance, operations, and engineering leaders on comprehensive facility optimizations so that every single person was pulling in the exact same direction. It's a real game changer.
Now, check this out. A 63% average year-over-year sales growth? That is wild. And it stands out because it wasn't just some one-off lucky year. This sustained, explosive growth actually earned him the title of Oklahoma's top sales performer for 3 consecutive years while he was an owner account representative at Johnson Controls. During that time, he successfully closed over $6 million in building automation, modernization, and service contracts. For anyone out there evaluating enterprise sales talent, this level of rock-solid consistency is a prime indicator that he relies on systemic, repeatable processes, not just luck.
And speaking of delivering the goods, hitting 119% of an annual savings target means he is consistently generating surplus value way beyond what anyone expected. By identifying $9.4 million in annual savings and projecting $109 million in net operating savings over 20 years, he completely shifted the financial realities for his client. He achieved this through real-time energy analytics and utility monitoring, proving without a shadow of a doubt that technical systems, when they're applied correctly, are essentially massive financial leverage points for an entire organization.
Which brings us to Section 2, driving complex infrastructure, the path to value.
It's important to note that he didn't just parachute straight into the top spot. He moved from initiating over 200 executive meetings as a preventative maintenance sales rep back in 2016 to an owner account rep in 2018, to a program manager in 2022, and finally to an account executive owning enterprise pursuits in 2025. This rapid climb shows the immense value of learning the absolute foundation from the ground up. The fact that he owns full-cycle pursuits for massive, bundled enterprise offerings today is possible precisely because he understands the granular, nitty-gritty maintenance details that make these guaranteed savings agreements actually work.
Just imagine this scenario for a second. You walk into a 22-year-old, deficit-ridden agreement with the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Transforming that exact mess into a fully funded modernization initiative takes a profound, almost surgical understanding of guaranteed savings structures, utility incentives, and stakeholder alignment to negotiate an energy savings performance contract of that size. Honestly, it is a true hero's journey in enterprise sales, and it highlights exactly how deep industry knowledge can rescue deeply complex failing initiatives.
Now, these kinds of victories don't just happen by accident. They are born from strict adherence to a momentum-driven, full-cycle enterprise methodology. It always starts with mapping the current state through deep stakeholder interviews in the discovery phase.
That raw intelligence feeds directly into rigorous lifecycle cost analysis and ROI financial modeling. So by the time he gets to step 3, a tailored demonstration, the product perfectly mirrors the client's financial gaps. This momentum paves the way for a flawless close, smooth negotiation, and totally seamless post-sale implementation.
Let's pivot slightly to Section 3, the AI and academic edge, beyond the standard engineer.
Okay, scaling an AI product audience from 48,000 to 300,000 followers, that takes an entirely different skill set from traditional engineering. As the founder and principal consultant of an AI-enabled web product called AskGuyAboutMe.com, John managed exactly that level of hypergrowth. This totally proves his ability to manage product concepts, brand positioning, and user workflows at an incredible scale. He successfully translated ambiguous customer needs into prioritized, actionable use cases that drove massive user adoption.
And he took it a step further. Through this AI platform, he actually negotiated high-level corporate partnerships with massive global brands like L'Oreal, Maracanoil, and Schwarzkopf. By supporting national education programs and opening up diversified revenue channels with these heavy hitters, he showed a highly agile approach to go-to-market execution. And this matters immensely, guys, because today's modern enterprise buyer wants a partner who understands diverse revenue channels, brand alignment, and user engagement, not just the mechanical specs of a commercial HVAC system.
Oh, and did I mention he also brings deep academic rigor to his professional work? He serves as an adjunct professor teaching MBA-level managerial economics in Introduction to Business at the University of Central Oklahoma. This role really reinforces his ability to take incredibly complex quantitative concepts like market structure, price elasticity, marginal analysis, and capital allocation and translate them into crystal clear, actionable executive decision tools. He does it for his university students, and he applies the exact same translation skills for his corporate clients.
So, let's wrap this up with Section 4, Credentials and Technical Arsenal, the complete package.
When you look at his toolkit, every single academic and professional credential maps directly to distinct, actionable business value. An MBA from the University of Oklahoma gives him the executive-level financial acumen needed to build compelling ROI cases for C-level buyers. At the same time, his Project Management Professional, or PMP certification, ensures the rigorous, structured execution of those highly complex programs once they are actually sold. And rounding it out, his OSHA 30 certification guarantees absolute capability in compliance and safe site operations management. It's the whole shebang.
If you take absolutely nothing else away from this explainer, let it be this core mission statement: translating complex products into measurable enterprise value. Whether he's dealing with complex building automation, super intricate performance contracting, or an entirely new AI workflow, the ultimate product John delivers must always be measurable enterprise value. The technical features? Well, they are simply the mechanism to reach that ultimate financial outcome.
So, I want to leave you with a final, provocative question to reflect on regarding the future of your enterprise sales. Is your organization ready to translate complex infrastructure into measurable enterprise value? You really have to ask yourself whether you are simply selling technical specs or if you are truly equipped with the right multidisciplinary talent to turn infrastructure into a massive financial asset. Because as we've seen, it takes a uniquely powerful blend of financial, technical, and operational mastery to get it right. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep looking for the real measurable value in your own systems.